The Bark Ads Main, may panawagan. Bossing Vic Soto, magiging busy dahil dito. Pero bago nga natin pag-usapan yan, ay ngayong Huwebes nga August 21, ay gaya ng inaasahan at napag-usapan natin noon, ay hindi nga napanood ng live ang Eat Bulaga ngayong Huwebes August 21, at pre-recorded episode ito. Na matatanda ang pre-recorded episode din ng Eat Bulaga noong Miyerkules August 20. Na dahilan nga kung bakit napanood ng live ang Eat Bulaga noong Martes August 19, dahil 2 araw pa lang magiging pre-recorded episode ang Eat Bulaga. Samantala, tila magiging busy nga daw si Bossing Vic Soto, kaya naman ay minsan wala ito sa Eat Bulaga. Pero bakit nga ba magiging busy si Bossing Vic Soto? Ito nga ay bukod nga sa pagiging nominado ni Bossing Vic Soto bilang Best Male TV Host sa PMPC Star Awards, na gaganapin nga sa August 24. At pagiging nominado din ng The Kingdom bilang Best Film of 2024, sa Gawad Parangal ng Bayaning Pilipino, na gaganapin naman sa October 12. Ay dahil mukhang may entry ulit si Bossing Vic Soto para sa 51st Metro Manila Film Festival ngayong 2025. Matatandaang, una nang ang pinakilala ang unang batch ng mga MMFF entries ngayong taon nito lang July, o ang 4 dito, gaya ng Call Me Mother, Reconnect, Manila's Finest, at ang Shake Rattle and Roll Evil Origins. At malalaman naman ang second batch ng iba pang entries ngayong taon, sa September. Kaya naman, dahil nga dito, ay marami nga ang mga nagsasabing may entry din si Bossing Vic Soto ngayong taon, sa 51st Metro Manila Film Festival. Lalo na nga sa mga comments, sa iba't ibang social media sites. At kahit nga sa ating channel ay naging usap-usapan din ito. Shoutout na rin sa inyong mga The Bark Ads at mga ka-highlights. At sa mga nakapanood naman ng The Kingdom, kung may part 2 nga ito, dahil sa nangyari sa ending, ay mukhang hindi naman nga makakasama dito si Bossing dahil sa nangyari sa kanya sa kwento, na marahil ay alam na rin ng mga nakapanood na nito. Kaya naman, may entry nga kaya si Bossing ngayong 2025 sa 51st Metro Manila Film Festival. Kung ang pagbabasehan nga ay ang naging interview ni Bossing Vic Soto noong January, ay may sinabi nga dito si Bossing Vic Soto, patungkol nga sa pagkakaroon ulit nito ng isang drama film, dahil sa naging matagumpay ng The Kingdom nila ni Piolo Pascual. Dagdag pa nga dito ni Bossing, na dahil sa naging role niya sa The Kingdom noon, ay pwede ngang gumawa ulit siya ng isa pang pelikulang drama, at hindi comedy. Sa katunayan nga, ay yan ang mababasa sa isang article mula Philstar Global, na may headline nga noon patungkol sa panibagong drama film na posibleng gawin ni Bossing, na mababasa nga, Vic Soto plans to make another drama after The Kingdom. After watching the finished product of The Kingdom, I would say that I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy to be part of that film. At the start, kabado ako. Will the public accept me for this new and serious role? Dagdag pa nga dito na, Vic does not discount the fact that he is open to welcoming another drama project in the near future. Or it can be drama with touches of comedy, he said. I've proven that I can do drama, we can do another one. Kaya naman, ay may malaking ang posibilidad, na magkaroon nga ulit si Bossing Vic Soto ng isa pang pelikulang drama, lalo na nga ngayong 51st Metro Manila Film Festival ngayong 2025, dahil nga sa sinabing ito ni Bossing. Ito nga kaya ang dahilan kung bakit minsan, ay wala si Bossing Vic Soto sa Itbulaga, gaya na nga lang noong August 15. August 16. At August 19. Na yan nga ang dapat nating abangan, dahil ang announcement ng second batch ng iba pang entries ngayong taon, ay iaanunsyo nga sa September 30, 2025. Welcome back mga ka-highlights! Bago tayo magpatuloy ay maaaring mag-subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para updated kayo sa mga susunod pang videos, at paki-like na rin ang video, share at mag-comment na rin. Maraming salamat po. Samantala, may panawagan naman si The Barkads Main sa lahat, matapos ang naging viral na revelasyon nito. Na kung saan, ay sa isang post ni Main sa kanyang ex account, ay may nilinaw nga dito si Main, patungkol sa isang episode ng behind the scenes ng kalyeserye. Na kung saan ay mababasa nga dito na, okay, so about the last podcast episode. Una sa lahat, I didn't think the part about my story with Alden would spark controversy, let alone be a big deal, considering that everyone had already moved on from kalyeserye and Aldo. From the start, I hoped the clashes between fans on both sides would end, at least, even though the hate train aimed at me was non-stop then and apparently still remains so. The point of our podcast is to look back on kalyeserye and to discuss and share behind-the-scenes stories, the untold ones, and that can include personal experiences, narratives, and sentiments. I believe it's acceptable to reflect and openly discuss them for this podcast, especially now that it's been a decade and all is well between the individuals involved, particularly me and Alden. There is no reason to exclude him from the story, or stories, despite his absence, because he was a big part of kalyeserye, and it would have felt strange to leave him out. That said, there was no intention to provoke criticism or negativity towards him, or anyone else. I was asked, I answered, and I shared a short anecdote. I believe it's not a bad thing to share a personal story related to the question and topic, as long that it's based on facts. There was no malice, or ill intent behind my sharing that story about myself, him, and us. There are countless other stories I've kept to myself and chosen not to share. You know how podcasts work, they can be really personal, but ours didn't even go that far. All stories shared were surface level. But the biggest question will always be, why do we get criticized for saying our truth and the truth? And why is it when we do, some people resort to personal attacks meant to demean and harm? I get that we have supporters who aren't really fans of the other, but why the hostility? Why pit a woman against a man, as if there's a competition for who's more successful? Success, in this sense, is ridiculously measured and defined by career achievements, as if our lives revolve solely around our jobs. In the grand scheme of things, what is really there to prove? All the hatred and comparisons, what for, really? All is well among the Barkads. We've all moved on, and the past remains there. We can revisit and reflect on the good, and the bad with a peaceful heart. 10 years on, we are all living the lives we chose, and I hope we can keep moving forward without nurturing hate, because what's the point? What do we gain from hostility? Again, in the grand scheme of things, what truly needs proving? Find your own answer. Let's live for what makes us happy and make life less complicated and chaotic. Life is short. When our time comes and memories flash before our eyes, don't let yours be filled the moments you spewed negativity online. Don't let it be your only contribution in this life. Ang dami pang pwedeng gawin sa buhay bukod sa pagiging tambay sa internet at pagiging hater. There's another world of better things to do. Live a better trace. T.S. Please don't throw hate on Alden. Regardless of what he meant by his words, it was really for the best for both of us, and our situation at that time. Don't read much into it. Samantala, ano naman ang mga masasabi nyo, patungkol sa mga napag-usapan natin, sa video na ito?